Steve. I'm going to hand it over to York Duncan next to talk a little bit about the research park and the growing involvement of the greater community in terms of incubating and launching new ventures.
Thanks, Cory. Connections asked me to talk a little bit about the state of innovation today in San Antonio and what has happened in the last 10 years or so. So I put together a little bit of a slide deck here that shows really why San Antonio is where it is now. I've worked on major projects over the years, and without question, almost every one of the prospects says, well, why San Antonio? Why San Antonio? And it's pretty easy for me to begin to answer them. These are things that you all know about, but think about the impact that is going to be generated by military medicine. It's going to be the largest training hospital and training programs in the country, potentially the world. 47,000 medics. That's a city that's larger than Helotes, Texas, where I live. Internationally renowned teachers with the research hospital. Southwest Foundation for Biomedical Research. I think Jim mentioned the Genomics Computing Center. That's 2,000 processors that are hooked up and doing things in 24 hours that used to take 3 and 4 months. That is going to be expanded to 8,000 processors here in the next several months or a year. And after that, they're going to look at an additional 20,000. So this is huge. It's a huge asset for us here in San Antonio. The National Primate Center, there's more baboons out there than anywhere in the world. The Level 4 Biocontainment Facility, the only privately operated BSL-4 in the country. I think there's only 3, maybe 4 operational now. And most of the experts in BSL-4 technology live and work here in San Antonio. And Zev sitting up in front, they just spun out Evestra from Dr. Rao's work over the years, and we know that's going to be one of those recycle events for one of these days soon. The Health Science Center, the new MARC facility, 180,000 square feet, something like that. The new South Texas Center Research Facility is going to be completed next year and be operational in 2012. That's $150 million, 150,000 square feet. The Bar Shop Center in the park, and I would mention that they are researching a compound called rapamycin. Rapamycin is comes out of the dirt off the Eastern Islands, and it's been found out here in the park that it prolongs the life of mice to the equivalent of about 8 years in human terms. It also reduces the effects of Alzheimer's. This was all put in a paper in Nature, July of 2009. It was one of the top 10 most intriguing research projects and papers in the country, according to Nature, Science, and U.S. News and World Report. Most people know about the large DARPA grant that the Research Imaging Center received a couple of years ago. UTSA, Cory, this is for you. Climbing to Tier 1 status. There's a new 2-year-old, 3-year-old BSc building, a couple 100,000 square feet. The new Applied Engineering and Technology building will be dedicated March 10th. Your research has doubled over the last 5 years, 34% just last year this year. And then Cory's site program. Those projects at the universities indicate almost $1 billion worth of construction. And you add that to the military construction that's going to take place by 2011. That's almost $3 billion of new construction. That's a pretty good size number. Now, let's spend a couple of minutes on Tier 1. I get asked, and I know Cory and Dr. Romo get asked, what is a Tier 1 unit? What does it mean? Well, there's not really a definition, but there's there's a few attributes that Tier 1 universities have. Top quality undergraduate students, quality programs and the scope of the programs, PhDs awarded, the quality of the faculty, whether they're National Academies faculty, the amount and the type of external research funding, and the alignment with other resources such as the community and how the community supports the university. Why are Tier 1 universities important? They attract research funds, they attract business, corporate, research bases, they attract and retain smart people, and smart people attract money. They improve the quality of life in whatever city they're located in. And they have a tremendous economic impact. Let me just give Cory's example here. MIT, 4,000 companies have been created out of MIT over the years. 232 billion in sales annually. Over 1 million employees. That's roughly the size of the economy of Houston, Texas. Now, that's a Tier 1 university. And that's what we will be looking for in 2020 and 2030 and beyond. First decade of the commercial sector, we all know about ILEX and OBI, acquisitions from outside that brought new companies here to San Antonio, Cardio Spectrum, and KCI acquired Lifestyle out of Houston. It's a $900+ million acquisition. There's a new venture fund in town that was created this year, actually late last year, Targeted Technology. Our new little fund that Randy runs is going to talk about it in a couple of months. There's a new awareness of in the angel folks, the angel investors here, that's just really outstanding. That's one of the huge gaps that San Antonio has always experienced over the years, and will continue to experience that, but it is getting a little bit better. And then there's new outside VC interest that will help all the small companies here hopefully grow. I tried to come up with a list of the new enterprises that were started in the last 4, 5, 6 years. That's a partial list. I know there's many more. This was put together in about 10 minutes. I'm trying to think of the different companies. More importantly, there's a lot of innovative technologies in the universities and research institutions that are yet to be looked at and yet to be commercialized. One thing I will mention that as I move to the final slide, today on the radio there was a quick blurb about an operation that was done here in San Antonio, I think at Methodist Hospital a couple of weeks ago, where this is the 8th operation that's ever been done in the United States, where they grafted a cadaver hand to a patient, and the hand took, and it's living tissue now. So that's the future of San Antonio.